Hello, hello. Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. I told you guys I was going to be doing this more often till I get access to being able to edit all my videos. And so today I think I want to try out Blue Jinbei. I've seen a lot of people try this deck out, and especially at my locals, I've seen some people use this deck, and I think it's really interesting. This is the version that's running promo law. Obviously, you don't need the promo law, right? But we're just putting it in there just to see how it feels. Otherwise, we might run a deck that doesn't use this promo law later on, okay? I just want to go through these cards real quick. Obviously, Jinbei, 5 life leader, one of the new OP-14 leaders. Activate main, trash 1 card from your hand, and you give 2 Rested Dawn to a Fishman or Merfolk type leader or character. Okay? So you can give it to your leader. Or can you give it to your leader? Yeah, you can give it to your leader. Or one of your characters. You've got your Searcher, Arlong. 1 costs 3,000. Look at top 4 cards. Reveal 1 with a cost of 2 or more. Right? So it's not locked onto a Fishman or a Merfolk type. It's just a cost of 2 or more. So really good. This has applications in a lot of other Fishman, that's color blue, Fishman leaders, right? So next up, we've got Chew. On play, draw 1 card. Alright. We got Koala, 2 cost, 2k counter. Trash the character up to one of your Fishman or Merfolk type leader or character cards gains plus 2,000 power for the turn. Really good. 3 cost, 3,000 power Karubi. When a card is trashed from your hand by your effect, this character gains Rush. Okay, on KO, draw a card. Next up, second 2k counter, 3 cost 5,000 power Wadatsumi. Character can't attack, but if you trash a card from your hand by an effect, the character's effect is negated during the turn. So he can end up attacking if you use your leader ability or if any other card you play out trashes a card. Alright, you could play this Koala out, trash it, and it can attack. Really decent. It's a 3 cost 5,000 power. Next up, Charlotte Puddings, 4 cost 4,000 power on plays, right? It's just make your opponent shuffle their hands into their deck and draw 5 cards. Next up, we've got 4 cost 5,000 power Aladdin. On play, play up to 1 Fishman or Merfolk type character with a cost of 3 or less. On KO, you draw a card. Next up, 4 cost 0 power Shirahoshi blocker. On play, draw a card. And then you play a Merfolk or Fisherman type with the cost of 3 or less from your hand. Next up, we have Fisher Tiger. We're just running through these real quick. Probably make an actual real video once I am able to start editing videos again, right? So, 6 cost 7,000 power on play. Your leader has the Fisherman type, draw 3 cards. End of turn, trash cards from your hand until you have 5 cards in your hand, which is really crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. 6 cost 7,000 power, the promo law we were talking about. On play, if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, add one of your opponent's life cards to their hand. Pretty decent. Next up, we've got our big body of the deck. It's the 8 cost 10,000 power Jinbei. When a card is trashed from your hand by an effect, a character gains Rush. It's on play is rest 2 of your Dawn cards and you draw 2. Then return a character with a cost of 7 or less to the owner's hand. It's really good. Notice a lot of these cards in OP-14 are gaining Rush. These big body Rush characters, right? And it's now no longer just reds. Pretty crazy. Next up, we've got a Hound Blaze. OP-05, everyone knows this. 2 cost main. One of your leaders or characters gains plus 8,000 power. Place a character with 2 or less on the bottom of its owner's deck. Trigger, return a 3 cost or less, right, to the owner's hand. Next up, we've got our Perfume Femur. Every blue 7 Warlord leaders running this. It's unblockable. 2 cost, plus 2,000 power, no blockers. Trigger, draw a card. Next up, we've got our removals for decks we go against that can actually be removed. We've got the Red Rocks. And we've got the Gravity Blade Raging Tigers. No need to explain those. Everyone knows what they do. Hold on, let me charge my headset real quick. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is the Jinbei list. Let's get right into the matches. I mean, obviously, I haven't done much testing. This is probably gonna be my 4th, 5th match using this later. So, like I said, I don't feel comfortable making videos of leaders unless I've played a decent amount of them, matches with them. So you guys get to see just the background of it. So let's get into it. Hope you guys are having a great Thanksgiving. I'm just doing this for maybe an hour or two before, you know, I hop off and celebrate myself. So get right into a match. We'll also probably do a tier list here in a bit. I wanna kind of do a tier list for OP-14. And we'll get into what I think the meta is gonna be like. Which it looks like I've gone to a few locals already. Been to a flagship, right? Because OP-14's been out for a couple weeks here now. A week? 2 weeks? It's been a while. But oh, we're using, that's bad. Sorry about that. Jinbei, perfect. Now we join. Hi, baby. Hey, good girl. All right, we're up against Boa Hancock. I'm assuming we like to go second for the extra draw, so let's try second. Okay, got a decent. Is she able to draw a lot? When you play a character, draw one card, yeah. Keep this. We'll do a search. Next, we're at 4. This allows us to play 2 cards out, 2 decent bodies. I'm going to go ahead and take this instead of the Fisher Tiger. We'll return that. Play out a Chew. Oh no, we'll play out this Searcher. I think we take the Law here. Return cards, and then we pass it back over. We can't attack at all, so pass. Ooh, full on attack, 8,000 power. I think we go ahead and take, right? Get a Shirahoshi, no trigger. We're on our 4. So this is interesting. We go ahead and play the blocker out. On play, we draw a card, and then we play out the Kurobi. We use the leader ability to trash 1. We give 2 to... I think we give 2 to Kurobi. Swing for 5. Swing for 5 again. Lots of bodies on board instantly. Huh. Well, we'll go ahead and trash again. Give 2 more rested, swing for 5. They take, wow, down to 1 life so quick. What is going on here? We're gonna pudding them next turn and try to go maybe mess up their game plan here. I don't think they realize we're playing Charlotte Pudding, maybe. What is this, they heal? Oh no, we take our life. That's perfectly fine. We confirm that. Give 1 rested dawn to everybody. Cool. Very aggressive. Swing 6 into that. I think we take that. Not really gonna do much about it. Okay, we draw a card. Swing 6 into that. That's perfectly fine with us. Nothing really we can do there. Okay, yeah, I think we let this go. What does this guy want? Don't me. Don't me, blood. I think we just take. Six. We go ahead and I think we swing first, see if they take their life. If they do, then that's a good time to pudding, but I don't think they're gonna pudding. I mean, I don't think they're gonna take it. They have too many cards in hand. And so what I'm gonna end up doing is just play a pudding out. Then we're gonna draw a card. Trash 1. . We'll do it one more time. I think we get rid of this Fisher Tiger. I'm not really in the mood to use this Fisher Tiger because we can just use the law. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What's their trigger? Nothing. Okay. So next I think we just go ahead and play out a search. We get a 2k counter here. Perfect. And we just pat. Oh. He gives up. Well. He had the Kumas. He had the Hancock. He was going to be only on 7 Dawn. 4. Huh. Weird. It's very aggressive deck, right? Jinbei's a very aggressive deck. You can't really knock it. He took too many cards in hand. We puddinged him. I kind of really like this. OP-14. OP-14. What's crazy about these cards is you can... What's crazy about this leader is you can use the ability not just once, but as many times as you please. And so it's really crazy. It's very aggro. It's very cool. And what do you call it? I urge you guys to try it out. So we'll go to another one. Quick blue get Jinbei match. He left. I don't know why he said He said That's okay though. Blue yellow Nami. Perfection. I think we go ahead and keep. They chose to go first. Yeah, I think we keep this. I don't like that we have 2/6 costs. Okay, this is semi better, not really. We do have a Jinbei. I mean, we do have a pudding. Go ahead, draw 1. We get the 6 cost from it. Pass it back over. Not really much we can do here. We play the Shirahoshi next to bring out the Kurubi. And we trash a couple cards. Swing 6. Okay. Not against it. Pass it back to us. We go ahead and play the Shirahoshi out. Play out the Kurobi. Trash 1. Let's get rid of a law here. Yeah. Maybe a Shirahoshi? Does Nami have blockers? I think she does. Let's get rid of a pudding first. Then we attach 2. Swing for 5. Okay, we trash a perfume femur. I'm not really... We have a lot of those, so it's not really a issue. Oh! She used her leader ability. I wasn't paying attention. 7,000. Well, that cost us something for sure. Bring back the Shirahoshi, thank you. It's perfectly fine with us. 7 into that guy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not worth. We keep that. Search. I think we take that guy. We play the Shirahoshi out. We bring out this bad boy. We trash a... I'm not opposed to trashing a Jinbei, but kind of want to get rid of this law. Attach 2. See what they do. 7. Okay. So I think we do trash one more. We could play this next turn, and that's a really good card. But it also is trash 5 cards into you. I guess you could use... Okay, I'm understanding it a bit, but... They're staying below 5 cards also. I think we get rid of this blocker. Attach 2, and then attach the rest. And then swing for 8. They take finally. We pass it back over. They're at 7. Not too crazy. 6 into 3. Go ahead, my friend. Yeah. I don't think we can use the leader ability here. So I'm thinking we play out the law. Although it would be nice to bring out this Fisher Tiger. I think we'll do exactly that. Trash Perfume. Give 2 rested. Swing for 5. Leader ability. We'll trash the law finally, because we'll use the Jinbei next turn in succession. So we'll go 7. Play out the Kiku, of course. We trash the... I think we trash the Red Rock here. We're not really going to use it. Yeah, I think we'll just go for 9. I'm not opposed to getting rid of the Shirahoshi here or even 1 Jinbei, but I kind of want to play 2 Jinbeis in succession. Yeah, we're getting rid of the Shirahoshi. That is counter, but we have 2 2Ks and a 1K, and keeping that pudding's really nice. You got the Robin, heal 2, heal 1 technically, but they did cycle out cards. Swing 6 into that. Okay, go ahead. I think we let that go. I'm not really in the mood to mess with that. No blocker. Okay, so this is a good time. Go ahead, deploy this out. Use the card action, rest 2. We return that Robin. Your move. 9. Give me all your counter. Okay. Nine. Give me more counter. You take 10. Okay, a lot of cards in hand. That's perfectly fine. I think we go for game next turn. It's gonna be 2 Jinbeis. Oh, he's got a blocker, Newgate. Pretty good, pretty good. We let that go. Swing at us. We'll take some life. Okay. This is our go for game time. They don't have enough for this, they don't have enough for the next attack. Well, we try it, and it's GG, of course. You can't have that much counter in your hand. It's insane. But, that's it. BY Nami. See, Jinbei is really good. And it's a lot of fun. Spamming your leader ability. All your Dawn is utilized real well. Remember when I did that red Luffy video? This is basically the same concept. Pretty crazy. So, Blue Jinbei, not that bad. Another dub. Let's try one more. We're just showing off here at this point, just to show you guys how good Blue Jinbei is. Wonder if we can get a Emu match or something. Let's try to look for one. Emu or Ace. Emu or Ace. Just to show people. Cause see, look, no one's playing Emu or Ace anymore. And I think that reflects well. So here's my opinion, if anyone cares. I think here in the East so far, it's been very healthy, the meta-wise. I do think that Ace is ahead, mostly. Ace is the BDIF, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Close second is Emu. I don't know how they fix Ace, but I know that a good way to fix Emu, and this is coming from someone who plays Emu, you can probably take the stage out. Even if you take the stage out, you still have access to 1-cost Mary Joie. And the Mary Joie stage is decent enough for you to play out bodies early, right? So going first isn't a hassle, going second isn't a hassle. And it's more even, right? You play out your 10 cost, you don't use it then and there, but you're able to bring it out. It is prone to getting hit, right? By a red rock or something like that. That's the risk you have to take. But at the same time, your opponent loses a turn by investing 6 Dawn and getting rid of it, right? So it's a good little even battle there. But I do think Ace is the BDIF. Mihawk is right after Emu. Or I'd say Emu and Mihawk are right on par, right? Because they're both really decent. There's not an Emu or anyone I can play against. That's fine, we'll just quick join again. But like I said, we'll make a tier list here. Maybe after this game I'll make the tier list because I do gotta get going here soon. Granted, it's only been half an hour or something, but it's Thanksgiving and I doubt a lot of people are watching, and plus might as well hop off and celebrate with real people. We'll play one more game here and then I'll do the another Nami. Nah, we're not looking for that. Where do we keep going against this Nami? We're not trying to play an Nami, blood. Luna, Nami. Luck. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Taking a while here. Maybe we'll retry. Blue Jinbei is so lit. Luna. Does no one want to play against us? Hey. Well, it's taken a bit here. This is going to be a fairly short video, so let's go ahead and hop off of this and do a tier list real quick. All right, everybody. Wop, wop, wop. Wop, 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 wop. Wonder why it's taking so long to connect to a game. Exit out of that real quick. Go over here. We'll full screen this. I just want to see if it's going off. Cool. All right, so here's gonna be my OP-14 East tier list. We'll start with OP-14 leaders, of course. Scroll all the way down. Is OP-14 in here? It should be, right? Let's go set OP-14. Bada boom. All right, so we'll start off going from left to right here. Wonder how I'm able to see. Is anyone in the chat? If not, we'll just go straight into this. I'm not gonna read the chat or anything, so we'll go straight into this. All right, so we got first off Trafalgar Law. I've only played a few times against Trafalgar Law. I don't really see him at the locals here, nor did I see him that much in the flagship that I went to, and it's only been one so far, so take note that, like I said a while ago, I've only been to a few locals so far and one flagship, and so that's the pool that I'm pulling from people that play here in Thailand. And so I'll go ahead and put this Trafalgar Law. I think it is viable. I see the cards in the deck. I think the Law is really good. I think the ability itself, especially with that one cost Luffy, right? Just the way it works. You're able to attack with one card, switch that power over to a lower cost card, and then attack with that, and it has the same power, right? So like you attack with a 7,000, your searcher that's a 0 power turns into a 7,000 also as well, and then you get to attack with your leader too. So it's really good. So it only goes to characters, right? You can't swap the leader. Imagine if you could swap your leader's power with like your bigger cards. That would be crazy. But you know, it's decent. I'm sure it's gonna be viable. Next up, we have the Dracula Mihawk. This is a card that I think is gonna be consistent. I really do think it's gonna be consistent. I've played against a lot of Mihawks already. It's pretty crazy. Uh, you know, there's not much else to say there. I think he's gonna be really consistent. He's gonna be the new Zoro. So I think Zoro is viable, right? I don't think he's gonna be as consistent as he was in OP-13. That's just gonna change. Okay. Next up we have Jinbei. We just played a couple matches with Jinbei. You guys saw the power that Jinbei has. I do think that he's very viable. Okay. For sure. Viable. I can't really... I think it's just a fun deck, right? The way the cards work and the abilities work. It's weird because it's like... It's kind of like Red's thing to attach Rested Dawn. At least it was. Right? Now it's gone over to blue. And so... One thing that I've talked about also in past videos is color identity is just weird in this game. I don't understand it at all. It's consistently changed, and as a black player, I've talked about how black has no identity. It does right now, as it is a trash recursion deck. It used to be KO effects through cost reduction, but they've gone the complete 180 on that and stopped. You know, because of all the prints that they have of protecting cards. KO is not available. You can't KO these cards. Emu's a prime example of that, right? So, Jinbei is viable. Boa Hancock. Everyone thought that this was going to be a hitter. I'm going to say that now. Everyone here thought that this was going to be a hitter, that this was going to be crazy. And... I mean, on paper, it is crazy, right? Opponent's turn, when you play a character, you draw a card, and then Dawn ×1. If a character with a 5,000 base or more is KO'd, your opponent adds 1 card from top of their life cards to their hand. Yeah, on paper, it sounds crazy, but I don't think it's too crazy. I think it is viable still. Of course. Maybe if you were good, but I think viable. These aren't set in any particular order. We'll get to that towards the end, like I've done in my past tier videos. But next up, we have Don Quixote do Flamingo. I've also played a decent amount of matches against this leader, and I think it's really good. That Virgo 5 cost is so insane. It stops your entire board of Don Quixote family cards, Don Quixote Pirates, from being like KO'd at all. So you have to attack into them just to be able to get rid of them. And the fact that you can redirect the targets of your opponent's attacks is crazy for Don -1. And with the cards like the 8 cost Dofi and the Rosinante, you're able to get those Don back. So the cost of using these effects is basically nullified at the end of the day. I want to put it in consistent wins, but I don't think it's going to be as good as Mihawk or like when we get to OP-13, Ace or Emu. I don't think it's going to be as consistent as they are. I do think it's very, very viable. So I kind of want to put this as very viable, just so I can make my point clear that these cards do have a big chance. Like if we were to put this in order, it'd probably go like this, right? So this is in order now. But I do think Doflamingo has a decent chance, especially with the consistent winner decks and the BDIF, which we'll get to in a bit. Next up, we have Croc. I personally thought that Crocodile was going to be the worst of this set. Worst in, I mean that it's going to be like the Emu, right, of what we got from OP-13, but it's nowhere near. I think that the only thing it has going for it is that 8 cost Croc. If you don't come across it, it's basically null and void. The whole point of it is playing out that 8 cost Croc and being able to nullify, well, stop your opponent's, 2 of your opponent's characters from attacking at all. Alright? And so I do think that if you're good and you're able to do that trash recursion thing, like an Emu, Croc is going to be very, very good. Gecko Moria, I love the support for it. I love the leader ability. I think it's crazy that you can trash 3 cards from your hand and add 1 card from top of your deck. But it is balanced out, I should say first. It is balanced out, right? Because 3 cards is a lot of resources to get rid of. And so, because of its support, I do think it's very, very viable. Just because of its support alone. Makes it really good. You're able to constantly play out these characters. You do need to trash cards from your hand, right? And you can do this early on. You could do this on your first turn, right? When attacking. There's no other stipulation aside from trashing 3 cards from your hand. So I think this order is perfectly fine. Let's go to OP-13. We'll go through these pretty quick. Whoops. Leader. Go OP-13. Here. Red Green Luffy has crazy support. I've talked about this in my last live stream. Very, very good. We're going to put him ahead of the OP-14 leaders here. Very, very good, especially with that Robin and that new Nami and Luffy card. That is crazy work. Crazy work, Bandai, that you did for this Red Green Luffy. I think we're going to see a resurgence of players using this Red Green Luffy. Not only is the leader ability amazing, Dawn ×1, right? 5 you get 10,000 counter. 10,000 counter, 5 or less Dawn active Dawn cards. Think about that. 5,000, 10,000 counter. That's insane. And on top of that, you have great support now. It's going to be very viable, if not consistent. But I'm not putting it in consistent just yet, because I'm putting it at the very top of very viable, because I don't think it'll be super consistent against the other cards, which, speaking of the devil, well, the next one is Portgas Ace, and I'm going to talk about how this is the best deck in the format. And it really is the best deck in the format. I think it's... Hold on, why is this so... It's not as big as I want it to be. Okay, there we go. So small. Can we zoom out here? Is it possible to zoom out maybe? We'll zoom out a bit. Zoom, 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 zoom. There we go. Okay. So. Oh, now it's super small. Sorry about that. Let me zoom in just a tad bit more. Perfect. Okay. So, I think it is the best deck in the format right now, on par with Emu. I'm not saying Emu isn't a problem. I'm saying both these decks are a big problem. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a pair ban with Portgas Ace. I don't know what it'll be. I'm not so, but the problem is it's all Whitebeard Pirates, right? So why would you pair ban it? I do think though that Emu's gonna get hit. In a way, it's the leader won't get hit. Of course not. The leader won't get hit. But in some way, maybe a pair ban like with the Shirahoshi or even the 7-cost stage, it wouldn't bump Emu down too much. It would still be decently consistent, but you'd have to be very shicey with it. Anyways, right now, Portgas Ace is the best deck in the format. Aces I've gone against here won the flagship, won a couple locals, right? Emu still has a chance against this, of course. Other decks still have a chance against this, of course, but I think this is the best deck that we have so far. I don't think we hit it. I think it's definitely beatable. I don't even know how you would hit it, right? It wouldn't make sense to hit it, but this is the best deck. We have Goldie Roger next. I think it's viable. I don't think it's as viable with these other OP-14 leaders, so I'm going to put it at the bottom of that. Because of the fact that Roger is consistent in a way, but all you really have is a 7,000 power leader, along with if you get your 8-cost Rogers out early, and 9,000 power leader, and your 10 costs. So you're playing one body at a time. Meanwhile, all these other cards are building a board so quick you can't even keep up, right? And a lot of them have decent counter enough to save their board. So you're going to have a decently hard time as Gold Roger. I'm sure we have decent support, more support coming out for this card. I wouldn't doubt it. If they have more former Roger Pirates type cards, that will be a good addition to this deck. And so we'll put it at the bottom of very viable. Next up, Sabo. I think if you're really good, you have a great chance. I'm not saying it's not viable. I'm saying it maybe if you are really good with this deck, it can hit. It has great cards in it. The effect itself, imagine you have searchers on board. You give them plus 1,000 power. A lot of them, like 4,000 power, are close to 5,000, and that applies so much pressure early on. I've gone against Sabos at my locals where they have like 2-3 searchers on board, and they're attacking 5k each with all of them, right? So it's really crazy. So if you're really good with Sabo, I think you have a good chance in the OP-14 meta. Next up is Emu. Obviously, if it's not next to Ace here, it's going to be inconsistent wins ahead of Mihawk, just because that's how good it is. We've always talked about this. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets hit a tiny bit along with the Ace, but if anything, Ace is the best deck. Okay. Next up, we have Jewelry Bonnie. If you're good with Jewelry Bonnie, I'll put her below Croc and Sabo. I think Croc is ahead of Sabo, but Jewelry Bonnie, especially the new iteration, instead of it being super aggro, it is life burn along with life gain, right? So that 6 cost X Snake helped a lot with this deck. Being able to put the card that you want on top of your life helps so much. The support we're gonna get for Egghead Luffy, the Egghead deck, starter decks, right? I wouldn't be surprised if there's cards in there, the secret rares or the rares, that make this deck that much better to become very viable. Okay, but I think if you're really good Jewelry Bonnie, there's no mistake in playing Jewelry Bonnie here. All right, so those are all the OP-13 leaders. We'll go next to OP-12, and then I think we're gonna go as far down as OP-10, honestly, and that's it. Probably won't even put some of these in here, but Rayleigh, maybe if you're good, I don't have to explain that. Although there's a good excuse that Jinbei is the better Rayleigh now, is the new Rayleigh in blue. Because it's more aggro, it's better. There are no rush, right? But it does what Rayleigh does twice as better. Okay, so Rayleigh, if you're good, go ahead. Green Zoro, still very viable next to Mihawk. I wouldn't say it's consistent. Oh, I put too many there. I wouldn't say it's consistent. How do I get rid of this? Yeah, I wouldn't say it's consistent, but it is very, very viable. All right. I wouldn't put it ahead of Luffy though. I think Red Green Luffy is a good, it's a good contender for putting in consistent wins below Mihawk, but I'm gonna put him in very viable right now. Kuzan, oh boy, do I wish that this leader had more support. It did get some support in EB03. Man, I just wish it got more support than what it did. A 5 cost and a 6 cost, one of them being a blocker. He needs early game cards to be able to play out. I know you got your searches, I know you got your Sengokus, you got your Tashigis, you got all these other cards, but he needs something other than that to stand out. Granted, the 8 cost Garp into another 8 cost body is really great, but still, that's just, it's not enough to get you ahead in this meta. Don't even. I'm gonna just not even. Black Yellow Koala, if you're good, but I'm gonna say don't even. I did make a video on Black Yellow Koala. Like I said, I still need to edit it, but Black Yellow Koala with its current support is really fun to use, and it could be a good, it would have been a good contender in OP-13, but with the cards of OP-14 right now, I just don't think it's close. Okay, next set, OP-13, OP-12, OP-11, UP Luffy. UP Luffy is still very viable. I believe, like, it's hard for me to believe, I should say, sorry. It's hard for me to believe that I'm still coming up against these UP Luffy players, but it's only because the leader ability is so good. We've always talked about this, 3 life, but with an ability like that, look at 5 cards and then arrange the top. You take 1 Straw Hat type card, right? And then you arrange the top deck to draw into and to play out, right? That's just an insane ability. The way this works is just insane. The new 7 cost Mom, like I called in my past videos, is the new replacement for 9 Mom, because you play the 7 Mom, you ramp 1, Dawn -1, if it gets knocked out, you heal. And that health, if you time it correctly and you place your cards correctly on top, you could put a trigger on top of your life just like you were able to with 9 cost Mom. So it's still, it's getting consistent. It's not there yet, but UP Luffy is still very viable. Blue Yellow Nami, of course it's very viable. The support that it got in EB03, you know, the Heroine edition or whatever, and the cards that it got in OP-14 just make it that much better. It's a really good leader now. Jinbei, I'm not going to talk about that. Shirahoshi, Katakuri, there's not really much to say on these cards, nor the Kobe. I don't think it's worth talking about them. If I really need beef, we're going to go through every leader, then let's put it in don't even. It's not worth. I like Kobe. I like the way that you can attack into active characters, but aside from that, the leader ability is like, other leaders do it way better now, and other leaders have support that allow them to do this exact same thing, i.e. Doflamingo, right? I.e. Law does have some cards also, Gecko Moria, i.e. Dracula Mihawk. So it's like, what's the point, right? Let's go over to the next set. We did OP-11. Like I said, we're probably going to only go down as far as OP-10. If I missed anything, please let me know. Kind of want to see what OP-09 and everything else has. OP-09, OP-08. Oh, OP-09 has some decent cards. OP-08, OP-07, 6-5. Oh, there's some cards actually that I do want to talk about. So we'll do this so it's faster. I'm going to run through them. Doflamingo, pretty decent. I've seen him top a few times already. I haven't played against him IRL, but I do have seen him top, so maybe if you're good, he could be pulled out and he could be used easy. Look at this Nami. He does get some decent support, right? But it's mainly for the purple Doflamingo. Red Yellow Belly, aggro also, maybe if you're good. Purple Luffy. I remember when Purple Luffy was very viable, and now I just say don't even. It's not really worth. Enel, don't even. I don't even want to talk about Enel. We got Green Bonnie. I think is still very viable. I do think Green Bonnie is still good. I don't think there's anything wrong with Bonnie. She was ahead of her time in OP-07, on all honesty, and I think actually, I'm gonna put her at the top of maybe if you are good. Not very, very viable, but maybe if you're good, she can definitely top. I think that's perfectly fine. Boa, I do have a Boa deck. I just don't think she does anything. The support that she gets here is mainly for yellow, and right, so there's not really a point. Yellow Vegapunk, I think at the bottom of if you're good. This is just me coping because Vegapunk is like my OG. I love Vegapunk. I want to make it work. It just doesn't work. If you're good, maybe you can get somewhere, but maybe I put it on top of don't even. But I as a biased Vegapunk lover, maybe if you're good. All right. Pudding. Here's a low-key hitter right here. I think she's at the bottom of very viable. Sure, she's just insane. I've seen Charlotte Puddings demolish emus, demolish aces very, very easily. Okay? Amazing deck, amazing support, decent leader ability. The ramp is okay. What really makes her good nowadays is the support. The support is just insane. Okay? Shanks, no need to talk about that. Lim, ooh, if you're good, she's good. All right. Scroll down. Let's get rid of OP-01, OP-02, OP-03, OP-04, OP-05. Let's go down from there. Okay, so we have Green Yellow Law. I think maybe if you're good still. We're just gonna run through these. Sorry. We'll go through these. OP-07, Lucci. So I'm not gonna talk about these characters like Sakazuki and Rob Lucci that can, you know, knock KO characters through cost, right? Because that's null and void now. Bandai has completely removed that identity from Black, and so there's no point in talking about it. There's no point really, because there are only few leaders that you can KO that even makes sense to use KO on. Okay, so we'll get out of this. OP-07, get out of that. OP-08, OP-09, I really wish Purple Yellow Robin would work. I love the banish. I love the way it ramps. It's just not at that point. It's just not at that point. Sadly. Teach. I'm a big fan of Teach. Like I said, everyone knows this who's watched me consistently. Teach is great. Teach is amazing. I think that if you're really good with him, and don't run the KO version of Teach. Don't run the 2-cost, what's his name? 2-cost Doc Q and the 5-cost Augur. Instead, run Warcuries in exchange for the Van Augers. Warcuries or the EB0 or PRB2 Shiryus, right? That KO, it's a blocker, and on KO, you KO a 4-cost original or less. And also throw in more blockers in there. So replace the Doc Qs. It doesn't matter, you don't draw one. It's not really, that don't matter. Although you can replace the Van Augur with a Warcury that allows you to draw one, right? So that's good. Throw in some of those 2-cost blockers. Remember Vasco Shot? Is it Vasco Shot? Yeah. Remember Vasco Shot? He exists. Or put more events in there. Put Black Hole. Right? The one that negates, is it Black Hole or Liberation? I think it's Black Hole or Vortex. Maybe Vortex. But you're able to get rid of abilities, negate effects of your opponent's blockers, negate effects of your opponent's leaders with these counters. And it's so good. It's so good, especially in this meta. Getting rid of some of the abilities of these cards just make a world of difference. And so I do think that Teach, I'm going to put him at the top of maybe if you're good. But that's where I'd put him. So next up, we'll get rid of all this. We're going to get rid of OP-08, OP-09. We're stuck with this. I told you we put Law and maybe if you're good. Eustace Kid, I wouldn't even anymore. I was a big fan of Eustace Kid early on. I just can't. I can't vouch for him now because there's nothing. His deck list is set in stone. They haven't really added any other support for him. And he's in his own, you know what I mean? Don't even try. But this is my list for you guys. I don't think there's anything. Oh, Vivi. This is the new Vivi that we're talking about, right? If your character with the base cost firmware would be KO'd. Yeah, this is it. I do think she's good. I don't think she's as viable, but I do think if you're good enough, I'd put her in the middle somewhere. If you're good enough, she can do wonders. Let me just scroll through these to see if I missed anything. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I missed anything. I don't think I've missed anything else, to be honest. That's worth our time. Yeah, I don't see anything else. We're not going to talk about Marco because the power reduction doesn't really make a difference nowadays. And other cards do it better, right? Yeah, I think that's it. So I got EB1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, GP Luffy's still there. And then let's do the starters. Okay, scroll through. We got Nami. I made a video on her. She needs more event cards. Let's just put it that way. She needs more East Blue event cards. She's nothing without those event cards. Red, purple Luffy, green, blue Sanji. I don't even know about these cards anymore. Black, yellow Luffy. Maybe if you're good, right? He's still decent. I know a decent amount of people that still vouch for BY Luffy, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just not up to, you know, invest more time into BY Luffy. I was playing BY Luffy back when Gecko Moria and Raigo were a thing. And then after they were banned, I was like, eh. And then PRB, what was it? PRB1, PRB2, where we got the ace. I did return to this deck for a bit, and it was good. It was consistent, more consistent than it was after the bans, but if you're good, I'm just going to put it that way. If you're good, you know, you can definitely wreck it. I do love this. Maybe if you're good, this red Luffy. What's this? If you have 2 or less life cards, draw 1 card, then trash 1 card from your hand. What? 6 life? Is that a real thing? 6 life, ST29, Monkey D. Luffy, Egghead 4 Emperor, Straw Hat Crew. When attacking, if you have 2 or less life cards, draw 1 card, then trash 1 card from your hand. That's kind of like an underwhelming ability, but you do have 6 life. That's pretty crazy. Why 6 life?
What? Maybe because it's not that good of a. Well, we'll see what the support is. I'm not gonna say anything until we get support. But this is my tier list for you guys. If Emu's not here, he's definitely in BDIF also, and I do think that both of these are gonna get hit. I'll just so you guys don't think I'm biased towards any of these. I do think, and I've I've talked about my hate towards Ace. It's not as much as it was before because, you know, we played against it so many times already at this point that it's just become, you know, a second thing in the back of my brain, so it doesn't really matter. We got the Ace here, BDIF, consistent wins, Emu and the Mihawk for sure, no doubt about it. Very, very viable cards. All these OP-14 leaders, maybe not the law as much, but for sure most of them. Zoro, Red Green Luffy, if not consistent, then very at the top of very viable. UP Luffy, Goldie Roger, Pudding, and Nami, all great. If you're good enough, I think these cards are amazing. You got Teach, Bonnie, Crocodile, Sabo, Bonnie, also the yellow one, Vivi, Rayleigh, Dofi, Bello Betty. And the reason why I have these aggro less cards is because, like I said, Jinbei is going to be replacing what these do. So it's not, you know, if you want to play aggro, play Jinbei. If you're interested in playing an OP-14, play Jinbei. Very, very aggressive deck. Lim, Law, Luffy. Don't even. But this is my tier list for you guys. Please let me know in the comments below if I missed any leaders in particular. We'll go through the comments real quick. No one in the stream, that's perfectly fine. I'm probably going to end this now. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream so far. Early on, we did some Jinbei games, all wins. We weren't able to connect to a third one for some reason. I don't know if that's a... I don't know what type of issue that is, but, you know, it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my tier list. I'll be back with more videos for sure, but for now, I'll be doing these tiny live streams. So please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.